Hello family. Today I'm going to be making some tuna salad. So I decided to come on video real quick and show you guys how I make my tuna salad. I'm only going to be adding some sweet relish, some sweet onion, and a couple of eggs, and some Miracle Whip, and a little bit of mustard, salt and pepper, and onion. So come along with me in the kitchen today to see how I make my tuna salad. Now I already washed and drained my tuna fish, and I did get the tuna fish that is packed in water. I don't use the one that's in oil if I can help it. So I always get the one that's packed in water. So here's my tuna fish, and I used 4 cans, this size, 4 cans. But regular, I would have the large cans, and I would only need 1 or 2. But since I didn't have a large, can, I only had these little ones here. So I used 4 of them, just to let you know. Let me toss this away. Okay. So like I said, you could use 2 of the large ones to get this same amount, or 4 little ones. Okay, so next we're going to be adding my Miracle Whip. Now, some people use mayonnaise, but I really don't prefer the taste of mayonnaise in my tuna fish. So we're going to start out with a couple of tablespoons. Okay, that's 1. That's 2. And we're going to set that to the side. And then I have some sweet relish. I have some left over here, so I'm going to go ahead and dump that in there. And I'm going to open up my other one. Get a spoon out really quick here. So what you guys been up to? I haven't been up to much lately. And I also, in my tuna fish, you don't have to, I'm going to be adding a drop of mustard. Shake it up here. This is the way my mother used to make it. So I follow her recipe, but again, this is just the way I make it. So I'm just showing you the way I make it, but you can do it the way you like. I'm going to be adding some onions, and I'm going to be using sweet onions, not the red onions, not the yellow onions. I'm going to be using sweet onions. Now you can, if you don't like the crunch in your tuna salad, you can warm these onions up for a little bit. You can saute them over the stove with some water, or you could put them in the microwave with a little drop of water and cook them for a little bit till they get soft. But I want that crunch, so I'm going to go ahead and leave them raw in here. Okay, so just to let you know, you can do it that way. And I'm only going to be adding just a little bit of salt, because it can be made too salty. Just a little bit. Alright, because your Miracle Whip has salt. So you have to be careful about the salt. I'm going to be adding some black pepper. That's about a tablespoon. I'm going to be also adding some onion powder. About a tablespoon. Alright. Next, I'm going to be adding my egg. So I'm going to slice, slice, slice. And you want to kind of chop it up here. If you don't like eggs, you can leave the eggs out. If you don't like onions, you can leave the onions out. Again, you make your tuna salad the way you like and to your taste. Alright? Alright, we got that one chopped. And again, my hands are clean. I washed them before I came on camera. Just so you people out there will know, you good people. Now, the next one, I'm going to slice. And I want to leave one just like this to the side. Alright? And you'll see what I do with that once I get finished mixing this up. Okay? What's been going on out there in your neighborhood, in your neck of the woods? We've had some pretty nice weather here in Michigan. The last few days. And I'm also going to add, and I usually don't tell anyone, I'm going to add just a dash of sugar. Alright? Okay, let's get this, well, you know what, let's go ahead and add our onion. Go ahead and add the onion. That way. That'll be out of the way. And I used the half of sweet onion. This one happened to be the Valdalia onion, but they do have other types of sweet onion. And if you cannot find a sweet onion, look for the white onion. That will be your next best, because you don't want the yellow or the red onion in this. Only if you that's what you like. But it calls for a sweet onion, because you don't want it to be bitter. All right, let's mix this up. And like I said, I let this drain for about 20 minutes too, so it wouldn't be watery. If you don't like it really, really wet, you only use a couple of tablespoons to 4 small cans of tuna fish. Alright? Again, this is tuna salad. And you can have this with some bread, make you a sandwich, get some chips, or you can get some crackers and plate it up and use some crackers. And this makes a nice little summer meal also, or a quick little lunch. So right now, this is how it's looking. And I think I want just a little bit more of Miracle Whip. That's it right there. That's all I'm going to put. And I'm going to drop a little bit more of sweet relish. That's it. That's all it needs. And maybe a drop. Another drop of mustard. Again, if you do not like mustard, you do not have to add it. But again, this is how I used to watch my mom make this, and she would always add a little bit of mustard. Just enough to get that little tangy taste to it. Alright? So next, I'm going to be tasting this to see how it tastes before I put it away. And again, I'm going to put this in another bowl. I just put it in here to mix it up. So let's see how this tastes. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper in here, just a little bit of black pepper. And a little bit of onion powder. That's what I say, start out with just a little bit. That's it, because you cannot take it away once you add it. But once, do it little by little, you'll get it just right. So right now, I think I have it just right. Okay? It's not too wet, it's not too dry. And if you think it's too dry for you, you can always add a little bit more of salad dressing, which is Miracle Whip. Or if you like mayonnaise, you can add mayonnaise. Alright? So, let's taste it one more time here. I think that's it. And then this is how it looks. Tuna salad. It only takes a few minutes. So all you gotta do is boil you 2 eggs and open up your cans, put it in a strainer so it can be draining while your eggs are cooking, because you don't want it really wet. So I'm going to be transferring this into another bowl. And for a little snack, I'm going to be having this for a snack or for lunch with some crackers. A lot of people don't like tuna fish, but I love it, especially if this fish is really good. It just, I've had it, I think, when you buy it in the stores with mayonnaise, but it tends to be a little bitter to me. Miracle Whip makes it be really, really good. Alright, so you saw me set that little egg to the side here, this little slice. So I'm going to be putting that in the middle just for decoration. And I'm going to sprinkle a little black pepper over it. Over the top. And then I'm looking for my paprika. Let's see where that's at. Here it is. And then you're going to sprinkle a little of this. Can you see it? Paprika. Over the top. Lightly. There we go. And we're finished. It only takes a few seconds. Don't take long. And here we are. Tuna salad. I want to thank you guys for coming along in the kitchen with me today. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you, goodbye, and have a good evening. Bye-bye.